I'm going to have to admit, getting a girlfriend is tough. You can't just go to the supermarket and be like, "Excuse me, can I get a girlfriend with silky black hair, a go-to attitude, and with a hint of cuteness added, please?" If only life was that simple. Having a partner can be fun. You can then do things in pairs and not be lonely. But like anything else in life, there's pros and cons in having a girlfriend. But in this case, let's hope that your pros of getting a girlfriend will outweigh the cons. If you're still struggling in getting a girlfriend, here is 8 step-by-step instruction to getting a girlfriend. Step 1. Prep your mind for a girlfriend. I know there are a lot of people out there who would say, if you don't go looking for a girl, you'll eventually find one. I'm even guilty of that, but that just depends on the person and their current situation. But in this case, if you really want a girlfriend, you would need to reconfigure your mind into getting a girlfriend. Make it a plan, a mission, and a goal. This way, you know what your objective is every day. In this step, you should probably know who you want to ask out. Step 2. Be able to present yourself. Having a plan is an important step, but what is also important is you. That is being able to present yourself to a girl. Dress to impress because appearance does count no matter what people say. If you have trouble talking to girls, you'll definitely need to practice. Grab your mom, your sister, your female friends, and just talk. Talk and talk about random things. Talk about the weather, talk about your crush, talk about food. The idea is just to talk so you get comfortable talking to girls. In addition, make sure to give compliments because it's key in starting a conversation. Plus, people just like to be complimented in general. Also, if you can, add some humor into your conversations. People in general like a good laugh and it lightens up the mood, making people loosen up. So don't be afraid. The more you practice, the less awkward you'll become. Trust me. Step 3. Meet the girl or girls. There's 2 ways to go about it in this step. One way is to turn your crush into your girlfriend, and another way is to cast your net out into the ocean and see what you'll catch. I recommend the second approach because this way you have more opportunity if your crush ends up not liking you back. Then you can just move on. But the second approach will require you to be more social. You'll need to put yourself out there, join clubs, attend events, make more female friends from friends, create 5 online dating apps just to make sure you cover all your bases on the online world, or just simply go to your local library and hope your game is strong enough so you can get a chance to sit next to a girl. Who knows, you can be future study buddies later on and then boyfriend girlfriends. I'm just saying. Step 4. Find common interests. When you finally found the girl or girls that you want to be with, the next thing you want to do is to find common interests that you both like to do. This is probably the easiest way to get someone interested in you. For example, if they love to play Fortnite and you also happen to love Fortnite, then you're already off to a good start. If for some reason you have nothing in common, like absolutely nothing, but you still like this particular girl, then invite her to hang out and do something fun together. You'll need to break that ice. At this point, your likelihood of getting a no is high, but hey, you have nothing to lose. All it takes is one yes. Perhaps you can have a get together with a group of friends so it isn't just a one-on-one kind of hangout, or perhaps go to your local farmer's market and get lost in a crowd of people and enjoy an ice cold refreshment. Step 5. Genuinely show your interest towards her. Finding common ground is easy, but now you have to get to know her and have her get to know you better. Be confident in yourself. Ask questions to know more about her life and show interest in what she has to say. Create deep connections together and share experiences and stories so the conversations aren't shallow and that it evokes feelings. What you want is to have these feelings surface so you both can bond together. And once that is achieved, you can move on to the next step. Step 6. Take her on a date or dates. If you haven't done so already in previous step, then step 6 should be taking her on a date. Make it official that it's going to be a date. You can't just call it a hangout or a friendly get together because if you do that, she'll think you're just a nice guy or a friend who wants to hang out. You can't let that happen. It has to be a date and be direct. Take initiative and say something like, "Hey, I realize that we have a lot in common and you like the same type of food as me. Would you like to go on a date with me and try this new place near downtown this Saturday?" If she says yes, your future is looking bright already, and maybe brighter than mine's. A best date would be a date that is tailored to her interests. Do something that she is interested in doing. And after the first date, don't forget to always follow up with her and get the second date, third date, fourth date, and so on. It is during this step that you should really spend time with her and get to know her more. Text, call, video chat, and even study together to keep in touch. You don't want to let her fall out, but at the same time, don't try to force it. Once you feel like it's enough, it's time to move on to the next step. Step 7, the confession. No pain, no gain, right? This is like the climax of getting your girlfriend, because it is at this stage you're actually going to make a move and confess your feelings to the girl. If you need help doing so, I got you covered, bro. Video link is in the description. Anything can happen at this stage, and the time to get to this stage can range from a few weeks to a few months. Here are the top 3 responses you'll get when making a confession. Yes, I like you too. No, I don't. Or the lesson version of that is, oh, I only see you as a brother. If they end up rejecting you, it's not the end of the world. All you have to do is go back to step 3 and repeat the process. But if they do like you, it's time to move on to the next step. Step 8, maintaining and growing the relationship. Now, congratulations on getting a girlfriend. You thought getting a girlfriend was hard? Try shooting for marriage. Just kidding. Future video maybe. But for reals though, you shouldn't just let the spark just fade away when you're together. Make sure that you're still charming and sweet like how she met you before you were together. Keep the communication going and plan dates together. Make time for each other, but don't force things to happen if there's a conflict in schedule. When you're in a relationship, you'll learn how to communicate better, compromise, be more understanding, and reasonable. These are just a few things you'll learn along the way. Arguments and fights will happen, and that'll test both of your ability to come together and fix the issue at hand, or just both abandon ship and break up. And if you both can't stick together, then it's time for the next step. Get married, get 2 dogs, buy a house, be like bunnies, have 5 kids, wait for your kids to have kids, be grandparents, retire, and enjoy life. Yeah, that's pretty much the cycle of life. Catch you next week. Bye!